Foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakak. I would also like to give a double honor to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone that do well, that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect, unto the scattered elect that are scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. Unto you I say shalom. Stablecoin will be the biggest heist in history. All right, and what I mean by this is you're going to have a lot of people invest in this, put their money in this, thinking that it's equal to the dollar, and Esau going to crash the system. All right, you probably won't have everyone put their money in stablecoin, but people's confidence are going to be in this because it's backed by the government. It was under the Genius Act. Okay, and eventually Esau is going to crash the system. All right, whether it be by EMP, whether it be by a computer hack, and when they do, your money was in stablecoin, your money was in the bank, you're going to be, it's just another way for them to steal your money. Okay? So you can, like this devil Noah Harari said, you will own nothing and be happy. So by that act of EMP or computer hack or whatever, they take everything. Your life savings, your 401k, everything that every digital asset, all right, or even the things you converted to digital assets are going to be lost, going to be gone forever, all right. And Esau may, give you some back, but it ain't going to be what it was, okay. But what he gives you back is going to come at a price, all right. And if you haven't been up on the news, this devil's, all right, Congress just passed this Genius Act, which ties this stablecoin, to the government, all right, to regulate, so they can regulate cryptocurrency, all right. And this stable coin the name in itself is deceptive because the name makes you believe that it's stable, okay. So it's the farthest thing from stable. So let me get this real quick. This goes into the Genius Act. It says the bill was set up a regulatory framework for payment stablecoins reached Trump's desk after a tumultuous week in the House in which competing GOP factions revolted over a trio of crypto bills. All right, Republican leaders struck a deal Wednesday night to move forward with the consideration of the bills and freezing the floor and allowing votes to proceed. Let me see what it says about it. The signing of the Genius Act marks a key milestone for the industry as the first step of U.S. government really regulating cryptocurrency, said Rob Nolan, a partner of Dwayne Morris and a member of the law firm Digital Assets and Blockchain Group. And blockchain is a part of this new system that they're bringing forth, the digital system, the digital currency. As the first major digital asset bill to clear Congress and receive the president's signature, it imbues the industry with a new legitimacy. It's a big deal because you have a law, and it essentially gives a good housekeeping seal of approval of the industry. And Trump was opposed to CBDC, digital currencies, and certain cryptocurrencies, but now he's all on board. Now you have Congress and the President of the United States signing off on the legitimacy of the industry. Broad crypto framework still in the works. Or of course they're going to work out the kinks and change things, but they're setting the stage. While the industry secured a victory in the Genius Act, it represents just one part of the regulatory puzzle for digital assets. And read this this is stablecoin. Stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency designed to offer price stability by being pegged to a stable asset such as a fiat currency like the U.S. dollar. So it's going to be and they're going to tell you it's it's a one of one. Give us your U.S. dollars. You get $1 US for one stable coin. So there's your digital currency right there, ensuring or a commodity ensuring minimal volatility, compared to other cryptocurrencies. So it's gonna, it's gonna seem like it's the same thing, but at the end of the day, none of it's worth anything. Okay, they're telling you it's worth this, but it's not. And eventually, when like I said, it's an EMP, a cyber attack. They're gonna say the banks got hacked, your assets, your money in the bank, your stable coins is gone. All right, and you ain't shit you could do about it. All right, except accept whatever Esau gives you. Okay, and yeah, they're gonna give you something back, but it ain't gonna be what was in there. All right, because eventually you ain't gonna own nothing. Okay, and you're gonna have to take it. All right, and these banks don't got money in them anyways. All right, you go get some cash out here and there, but they don't got all the money that people have in their accounts because it's all numbers now. It's a number thing. They just put some money in your account. They just type a number in. Okay, let me go to this right here. It says five things. I'll read the top 5 things to know what the Genius Act becomes law, and they go into a few different topics about the Genius Law and what it means to different industries. Mainly the banks is what I want to get into. It's this broader framework, still in the works. Of course, they're gonna work out the kinks. All right, and a lot of that shit is already worked out. It's just a matter of them implementing it. Financial regulators take new responsibilities. The Genius Act for several financial regulators are poised to take on new responsibilities regulating stablecoin. And it's going to be simple because it's all digital. All right, it's not like you have to, it's all digital to regulate it. All right, they're going to know who has what. All right, they're going to know how much you got. All right, so it's no more stashing money. It's no more working under the table. It's no more no more cheating on your taxes. Esau wants to know any and everything, where it's going, where's it coming from, who has it now. They're going to know everything. All right, banking industry pushes back on crypto charters. The banking industry isn't entirely content with the direction in which things are headed, and making it concerns known particularly on the push by some stablecoin issuers to see bank charters. Of course, they're going to say that, but the banks are all on board because the banks are owned by the international bankers. Okay, the so-called Jays, they own all the banks. They set the interest rates. All right, traditional players weigh stablecoin adoption. Even as some voice concerns, many traditional players in the financial service space are considering and already moving into stablecoin. So what's going to go into it? The banks, they're all going to have stablecoins somehow. All right, and eventually, hey, we make it to a point where you say, hey, you gotta, in order to go to this store or order to buy this online, you need to have stablecoins. You have to transfer your money from U.S. dollars to stablecoin. It's going to look like the same thing. In your mind, you're gonna think like, oh, it's no big deal. All right, I got 1,000 U.S. dollars now. I have 1,000 stable coins, and I can just spend it accordingly. It's like the same thing. But what they ain't telling you is they're gonna get you used to that. They're gonna get you. They're basically conditioning you to to use these stable coins, and either that chip is going to come, or they're going to crash the system. And I think they're going to crash the system in order to push that chip. In order to they crash the system and all your stable coins, all your money is gone. All right. In order to get it back, hey, the catch is you got to put this chip in you. All right, and then it'll be safe. Then it'll be unhackable. All right. These are all the wicked lies that these devils tell you, that they're going to tell you. Okay. It reads, Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan, said last week that his bank is working to launch a stablecoin, while Citigroup CEO Jane Fraser said her bank was considering such a move. Reuters reported. J.P. Morgan announced that last month it was launching a stablecoin-like deposit token called JPMB, and CEO Jamie Dimon said last week that his company would be involved in stablecoin as well, according to CNBC. So the banks is down with it. All right, it's only a matter of time. Kat said he expects traditional players to not let standalone stablecoin issuers just grab the potential market. So of course everyone's going to be in on this stablecoin. Okay, and like I said, it's going to be the biggest heist. They're going to take all your money, all your assets. You like I said, you won't own nothing and be happy. You're going to be happy whatever they give you back. Some of them are probably not even totally convinced that this market is going to be nearly as big as what is being projected, but they can't take away chances. They can't take any chances. He said they have to plan defensively and make sure they're not left out in the cold if stablecoin really takes off in a big way in the coming years. And that's what it's looking like. All right, it's going to take off. All right, and Esau is going to use their deception. All right, their cunning words. All right, to basically coerce you into adopting this stablecoin. All right, this is a big deal. All right, as this leads to the MOTB. All right, the mark of the beast. This is Proverbs 26:25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit, and his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. And the ones that see his wickedness now are the elect. Oh, excuse me, the hopeful elect. All right, the prophets. Okay, we see the wickedness of this devil. We see what he's up to. Okay, and we see his deceit. We understand this end game. His end game is that MOTB. That's his. That's that's if he can get the a certain amount of people to take that MOTB, 500 million mainly. All right, he feels that he could do away with everyone else and fulfill this new world order, and live forever. Okay, I had actually Micah 6 because this is a scant measure. All right, meaning it's not it's giving you the illusion that it's a one of one, but the U.S. dollar ain't backed by nothing. So it's you really getting nothing. All right. This is Micah 6:10. Are they yet the treasure of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure is abominable. All right. A scant measure is I think it's a term used in you cooking, you weighing flour and stuff, but it's not. It's supposed to be full, but it's not a full measurement. Okay, so the false balance is an abomination, as the scripture says, Proverbs 11:1 to the Lord. And this is a false balance. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is a delight. This is not a just weight. This is a false balance. They're telling you you're getting one thing and it's one of one, but it's really not. All right, because the U.S. dollar that you have, it ain't worth the paper that it's on. Okay. And this, like I said, this is one of Esau's devices to get you conditioned to this cryptocurrency, to basically draw you away from using actual money, which ain't real money, and using digital currency. All right, they got it pretty much everything set up with your phone. All right, that these different kiosks to just swipe your phone. Eventually, you're gonna be swiping your stable coin. All right. Let me see. And we're subject. What Scripture said, we're subject to the lender. That was in the curses. So it's not like we don't. We all have to eventually deal with this at one point. Let me get this. Deuteronomy 28. This is in our curses. I think it's in the 40s. Yeah. He shall not. No, let me see. He shall not lend to thee, and thou shalt not. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him, and he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. What was that scripture I was thinking? Let me look it up real quick. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, it's Proverbs 22. Proverbs 22 and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Okay, and the rich, the wicked, are they're ruling over us. All right, and this is another way to basically trap us and continue to rule over us, because they know we need money. They know we need some type of form of payment, some type of money in the society to survive. Okay, to buy food, to buy the essentials we need. All right, but what are they going to do? They're going to corner us and pretty much make us get this. All right, and it's going to get to a point where, hey, the true believers of Yahawashi and Yahawashi are going to have to draw that line. Like, hey, all right, hey, we got digital currencies or whatever, but hey, when that MOTB comes out, that's when we draw the line. And there's a lot of jakes that's not going to be able to draw that line because their faith is not rooted. They really don't have faith. All right, they're going to just go along to get along. All right, they say we got to get this to keep our money. All right, they already did niggas are going to be saying they already did a cyber attack that, took half my money, so I don't want to do it again. And they say this is safer. Let me go ahead and take this chip. All right, and that's what Jake is going to do. All right, that's 2/3 of our people are going to do because they believe in this place. They trust in oppression. Okay. All right, they don't want this place to end. Okay, they don't got the mind of a member of the hopeful elect. All right, let me get the point. Revelations 13. This is what all this leads to. This StableCoin, this Genius Act, all this shit leads to this moment right here. Really, let me grab this Revelations 3 and 10. It's all really going to lead to this moment. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that hour of temptation is the mandatory implementation of this right here, the MOTB. I'll just go to point 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that's a physical mark. All right, that's that microchip that's going to be tied to the stable coin. It's going to be tied to whatever currency, all right, that you may have. It could be Bitcoin, whatever it is, it's going to be tied to it, all right. But the government is going to make a big push to make stablecoin the main type of digital currency, that no man might buy or sell, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, all right. So you won't be able to buy and sell. That's the main thing they're going to be able to use. You're going to have to, the main thing that this chip is going to be used for, buying and selling, but it's going to be used for multiple things: identification, your medical records, all right. And it's going to seem convenient. It's going to seem like it's making your life easier, okay. But at the end of the day, it's going to destroy you, all right, because that is the mark of the beast. And when you take that chip, you are basically a servant of Esau. You Israelites turn your back on the Lord, and you made basically Esau, this devil, this system, the beast system, your God. All right. So your stable coin is nothing but some BS that Esau's putting out there. All right. Prophecy is moving. Or they're talking about digital currency. They're passing laws on digital currency. So we're here. All right. When the digital currency comes, it's going to be those that oppose it. It's going to be those that buck up, but it's going to be the majority of the people are going to give into it. The majority of the people are, if their bank is telling them they have to get stablecoin, what are they going to do? Take all their money out? The majority of the people are going to, sign up and get stablecoin and watch a tutorial on how to use it and how to, transfer your money. Okay, so we're in great prophetic times. And you got to have your eyes open and have that foresight to see what this devil is doing, and see what this devil is planning. If not, you're going to just be part of that part of that slaughter. Okay, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect, and I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakak Shalom.